20 years ago, the term BRICS did not exist. American economist Jim O'Neill coined the term by projecting the fast economic growth of Brazil, Russia, China, and India, hence the word BRIC. In 2006, the leaders of these four countries met on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. It was Russian President Vladimir Putin's idea. Wasting no time, 3 years later, the BRIC summit was held in Yekaterinburg, Russia. In attendance was then President of Russia, Dmitry Medvedev, the President of Brazil, Luiz Lula da Silva, Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh, and President of the People's Republic of China, Hu Jintao. They agreed to a common approach with dealing with the global financial and economic crisis and committed themselves to a progress evaluation every 3 years. So where did the letter S in BRICS come from? In 2011, South Africa emerged as an economic outperformer in the global south, and that's when the nation was invited to join the alliance. As a gateway to Africa and its 1 billion potential consumers, South Africa added the S to BRIC, officially launching the now BRICS family of nations. In a Durban meeting in 2014, BRICS expanded external relations with the African Union and 8 leading African integration associations. In a Brasilia meeting in 2014, South American heads of state and government were invited to join. During a 6th BRICS summit in Brazil on July 2014, the leaders signed a new development bank agreement and treaty for the establishment of BRICS Contingent Reserve Agreement worth $200 billion. During the 2016 Goa summit, the BRICS leaders signed a declaration on energy, trade, banking, cooperation, agriculture, space utilization, health, education, and tourism. But then came COVID-19. It slowed developments down, but still today, the GDP of BRICS stands at 31.5%, slightly higher than that of G7 nations. It represents more than 40% of the world's population and 26% of global arable land.
South Africa's representation is very important because we represent the conduit with the rest of the continent. Now that's a very important development because the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement was recently signed. There are 48 countries, the way I understand it, from Africa that are signatories. So this means now for the first time Africa is organizing itself in such a way that it is able to represent a market that is $4 trillion.
This week's summit will focus on hard lessons learned from the COVID-19 pandemic, especially in the health sector. Aside from expansion talks and a new BRICS currency, members are also taking giant strides to reduce their dependency on Western-dominated economies by encouraging trade between themselves. Projects like the establishment of BRICS Pharmacy, BRICS Nuclear Medicine, BRICS Just Energy Transition, BRICS Women in Business and BRICS Youth Cooperation are just some of the initiatives being rolled out. And with South Africa's focus on bringing on board African economies worth some $4 trillion, the future of the alliance looks bright.
The AfCFTA is expected to play a critical role in creating an enabling environment to increase intra-Africa trade, promoting industrialization, accelerating infrastructure development, and increasing exports to the rest of the world.
All eyes are now turned to the Sandton Convention Center, where the next 3 days of debate, deliberation, and resolutions will take BRICS forward into the next chapter. Inga Mzileni, BGTN, Johannesburg, South Africa.